Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So I want to talk about Sean O'Malley versus Petr Yan. I do not want to talk about what I think about the fight. I'll just give you my really quick take on it, and my whole idea with it is Petr Yan got absolutely robbed. I thought he won the fight. I thought he won the fight handily, but that's not what I want to talk about in this video. I'm not here again to talk about the robbery. We had a huge question answered about Sean O'Malley, and that is, does he belong in the top 10 of the division, or does he belong even like towards the top 5 or the championship? Is he championship material? And yes, he passed that test with flying colors, and I was even saying this in the middle of the fight while I was watching it. I was like, because the first round was really iffy, right? And as we get to the second round, Yan started to take over a little bit, and even then, during that fight, I was like, well, you know what? No matter what ends up happening in this fight, we got our answer. Sean O'Malley belongs at the top of the division. He is championship material, and I kind of like his chances against Aljamain Sterling. Do I think he'll win the fight? I don't know. I'd have to think about it a little bit more, but regardless, I like his chances. This guy is definitely championship material. Again, I was very surprised to see that Yan did not get the decision once the fight was over, but no matter what happens, like even if Sean O'Malley did lose that fight and like everything went like, okay, Yan won the fight, he gets his rematch at Aljamain Sterling, right? If that even happened, there wouldn't be a question with Sean O'Malley. It's like, hey, okay, is he championship material? Because again, he remained before this fight relatively untested, because his first big fight against Chito Vera, he did not pass at all. He did not look good in that fight. And yeah, you know what? You could talk about how that fight ended, but at the same time, even before that, it looked like he was a little bit hesitant. And he looked a little bit hesitant in the Yan fight too, until he realized that like he could take his shots. Then he just started going right at him, which was really cool to see. Now, against Pedro Munoz, it wasn't like nothing really happened there, so we still didn't get the answer. Is Sean O'Malley ready for the top of the division? They threw him against the #1 contender. They threw him against who, in my opinion, is the best bantamweight. It could be talking about the best bantamweight of all time. I really believe that. I think Yan is the best fighter in that division. I think he's better than Sterling. I think he's better than Sean O'Malley. But Sean O'Malley, you threw him in there with a guy that nobody wants to fight, a guy that is, in my opinion, again, the best in the division, and he passed that test with flying colors. He made that a close fight. How often do you see Petr Yan rocked? How often do you see him rocked? I actually thought at some point in that fight that Yan was going to get knocked out, and that was incredible to see. So yeah, Sean O'Malley, he belongs at the top of the division, and I think that we should be done with this conversation about, hey, Sean O'Malley in the leg kicks. He can't deal with the leg kicks. How is he going to deal with the top of the division? He does not belong there. You know what? He fights a bunch of bums. We can't talk about that at all anymore, because Sean O'Malley is in the rankings and he is championship material. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about everything.